Spanish will for their Spanish assets. Okay, the good thing about Andalucia is that a lot of inheritance tax are deducted almost 99% between first in kind, like your children or your wife.
The
We
SMEs
do a bit of everything,
Yeah.
really. My idea as a person that came from the NGOs world was really to help small self-employed people, interpreters, to carry out their dream job,
Yeah.
okay, in a way that they did not have to have any accounting or tax or labor experience in order to do that with our help. Every time we come back from any trip and you see the Valle de Guadiaro when you're coming down the highway, you always think, I live in paradise.
Today, I'm delighted to welcome Patricia Larrain, CEO of Grupo Contasult and Sotogrande Legal Services. Patricia is a highly respected legal and financial professional here in Sotogrande, advising both international clients and local businesses on anything from tax to structuring to property transactions and compliance. With years of experience navigating the complexities of Spanish law, particularly for foreign buyers and residents, Patricia brings a clear, practical perspective to what can often feel a very complex issue. Patricia, you're very welcome.
Good afternoon, Charles. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm really happy to have you on.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'll tell you why. I don't have enough women on the podcast. It's all men all the time. So I'm very happy to have another woman on for, because we really have to be represented. Anyway, before we get into it all, Patricia, why don't you tell me a little bit about your journey, okay?
Okay, well, I'm the CEO of Contasult, which is a company that we did deal with charging, accountant, tax, labor, and also some legal advice for small and medium-sized companies, including also some big companies, especially that are working from sites here in Sotogrande or all over the Strait of Gibraltar, also in Cádiz and Málaga. I arrived here in the year 97. I've always spent my summers here in Sotogrande.
Are you a golfer?
I do play. I played when I was a child.
Because 97 was the year the Ryder Cup was here.
I know, but no, it was the year that I formed Contasult, and because I identified that there was some English-speaking advice missing in Sotogrande, because there was a lot of small companies and a small interpreters and self-employed people that were coming to live in Spain and work here.
So where are you from in Spain originally?
I'm from Madrid. My father's from Chile, and my grandfather was an ambassador of Spain in the Philippines. And he was there when Thobel and McMeeking decided to come to Sotogrande and buy this finca, in order to set up this American kind of
setup.
Setup.
Okay, so let's slow down there. Your father's from Chile.
Yeah.
So is mine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was born in Concepcion.
Yeah, my father in Santiago.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What year was your father born?
In the year 40. 1940.
Okay, my father is a little bit younger.
Yeah.
A little bit older, sorry. He was born in 1931.
Yeah.
And was brought up in Chile, in Santiago, and went to the UK, got a job, became an international banker, and I lived in Chile up until the age of 14 in 1971. So
that's a really nice coincidence. Yeah, yeah. My father's Basque Chilean. They came. Their grandfather came from Navarra.
Okay.
That's their surname. Larrain is from Navarra.
Well, we were Irish.
Yeah, but I still have a lot of family in Chile.
Yes,
because there were 7 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And they all had like 5 or 6 children. So we're more than 40 first cousins in Chile.
Okay, that's amazing. Isn't that coincidence?
Yes, a small world, yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to you. Did you I believe somewhere I read that you originally worked for an international corporation and NGOs.
Yes, I
Yes?
started working for NGOs in Spain. Well, basically, I went to the Philippines, okay, because my sister got married there and she was gonna have her first child. So I decided to leave everything and I went to the Philippines, stopping in India.
Okay.
And I was there with Mother Teresa for 3 months
Wow.
working. So when I came back from the Philippines, I decided to start working voluntarily for
Yeah.
the national on NGOs organization in Madrid. And they almost immediately offered me a job, and I was working there for 2 years.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Wow, isn't that
before
great?
I decided to
Yeah.
come over here and fill up a gap or
Okay.
some kind of job that was missing, and I
So,
really missed the
and where did you go to
south.
university to get, where you qualified?
I did it through. I've always worked. I worked
Okay.
first, and I did it through la UNED, que es
Okay.
la Universidad de Educación a Distancia.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I worked in Janssen Pharmaceutica first, okay, and then for an engineering company, and then I went to India and the Philippines, and then I came back and I worked for years for NGOs, and that's when I did my degree
Okay.
a distancia en la UNED.
Fantastic. And then in 97, you ended up here.
Yes.
So why this part of the world? I mean, if you were in Madrid, what made you think of the Campo Gibraltar?
Because my grandparents bought a house here when my grandfather came to help them as an advisor to set up the
Okay.
Sotogrande.
And you saw the
And
opportunity.
I was the smallest one of five, and I was the only one that always got all my grades. So I was here with them all the time.
All right.
I was here in
As a treat.
December and Easter, in summer, and I did really miss Sotogrande. I had really good friends here from Gibraltar as well, and I thought when things started to cool down in Madrid that I
Yeah.
was still working with NGOs, and I just thought that it would be a good thing to carry out the job I was being formed really as
Yeah.
because I was a project manager there for a lot of NGOs
Yeah.
funds. So I said I'd rather work for small self-employed interpreters and companies and in my favorite part of the world, and there was a need for English speaking chartered accountants here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what made me take my decision.
What has, I mean, 97
Yeah.
doesn't seem a long time if
Yeah.
you're an old guy like me, but
Yeah.
it's changed an awful lot, hasn't it?
Yes.
The sort of grande landscape as such, the number of businesses that are here, the number of people that live here.
Yeah.
You know, what would you say characterizes that change? Would you see that something is it been a gradual thing, or has it been like the real estate ups and downs? You know,
Yeah.
suddenly you see people arrive because things are okay, but then
Yeah.
things change. Obviously, the COVID
Oof,
situation changed.
everything.
Yeah.
Brexit changed
Brexit,
everything. Well, it's changed so much. I imagine that you've been aware of it also, but Sotogrande, when I arrived, my idea was to set up the company in Sotogrande, but in the year 97, there wasn't that much of activities going around. There were more lawyer's office that took care of the accounts because mostly they were holding companies. There was not that much of trading companies. So when I arrived, I found myself in that situation. So I thought, well, I'll start working in Algeciras
Yeah.
because I knew that this was gonna eventually start picking up. So at first I opened in Algeciras, and slowly by slowly, I think when NH bought Sotogrande, that's when I decided to open in
Opening up.
Sotogrande because I knew that from that time on it would be more like a business center in a way. And I opened in Sotogrande in the year 2003. And from then on, we've gone through several crises, but I think that Brexit did change a lot of things in the way that a lot of non-residents had to make a decision
Yeah.
or where they were going to
Right.
stay, definitely.
Yeah.
And even though a lot of people think that a lot of British citizens left, a lot of them stayed, officialized they stayed here,
Yeah. Yeah.
started working in
Yeah. Yeah.
as self-employed people or just constituting small companies and medium companies in the area.
Yeah.
So that's, I think it's been one of the most change and the tragic changes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, COVID.
Yeah.
It was a before and after.
Yeah.
Because
Totally
there's
different.
so many people that came not only from abroad, but also from Madrid, from all over the country.
Yeah.
And it started working from here, from
Home. Yeah.
Sotogrande.
Yeah. Yeah. You, I read on your website you have this 360 advisory.
Yeah.
You sort of do everything.
Yes.
And you consult with entrepreneurs, SMEs
Yes.
particularly. Yeah. Is that different to obviously just individuals? It is different, I suppose, as a practice. But
Yes,
what
well,
what are the big challenges that
we
SMEs have?
do a bit of everything,
Yeah.
really. My idea as a person that came from the NGOs world was really to help small self-employed people, interpreters, to carry out their dream job,
Yeah.
okay, in a way that they did not have to have any accounting or tax or labor experience in order to do that with our help. Eventually, that has grown
Yeah.
in a way that I did realize pretty soon that there was also a legal side of the job and resident and non-resident side of the job that I also had to take care of too. So I started employing lawyers
Yeah.
in order to do the personal tax
Sure.
situations with non-residents that had bought property here in Spain, or even with British residents in Spain, okay,
Yeah.
in order to be able to consolidate their wealth and their tax in the UK and in Spain.
In Spain.
Yeah.
So that. And we only say the individuals or SMEs? I mean,
Yeah, but we have
both.
a bit of everything, okay? The individuals, trust, the small, medium companies, small companies, big companies. That's as time has gone by, we've really gone,
Yeah.
expanding our services,
So you have an office in Sotogrande, an office in Algeciras, an
Yeah.
office in Madrid.
and in the Basque Country also.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and why offices there? Is that because you have expanded out of Sotogrande, so to
Yeah.
speak?
Well, Algeciras, like I said,
was there
I first started there because I thought it was going to be easier for me to consolidate my company in because there was continuous work there.
Sure.
Then Sotogrande because it was my original idea. Madrid was a result that I was brought up in Madrid, and I have a lot of friends with companies in Madrid, and also because of my international side and my capacity of giving bilingual advice. I have a lot of British or startup companies based in Madrid. So it was a natural thing that I had to open in Madrid. The only thing that was not included in my strategic plan was the Basque Country. It was just that through COVID, one of my chartered accountants, that she was there from Ondarribi, really close to the border, to Irún. She wanted to go back and be there with her parents, and well, I said,
You took a computer
and
said-
I said she presented it to her dismissal letter, and I said, "There's no need to do this anymore because we are prepared to work online."
Yeah.
And it was a good thing because in the Basque Country, the electronic invoicing system was already working, very factor, but there it's called ticket buy. So I really thought it would be good to have someone there as a pilot experience in order to have some base companies and do our pilot accounting with them and getting to know what is the electronic invoicing before it got to Spain.
So how many people do you have in the company now?
Right now we're 47.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've
It's
also grown buying businesses.
uh-huh.
Okay, there's a lot of it's a difficult work right now. Imagine like all jobs, but our children don't want to stay in the companies. So I do have a lot of partners, really good
Yeah.
chartered accountants and really good labor specialists that
Yeah.
came to retirement. To the retirement age, and they didn't have any family succession
Yeah.
within the company because none of the children wanted
Is
to
that a
take the
problem you think
business.
here in Spain or anywhere in the world? I mean,
It the family succession is a
yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
especially in jobs that require so much subsidy responsibility. I think that our children, my son wants it's a football coach. My son told me that there was no way
He was going to do
he
it.
was going to work the way I've worked
Yeah.
because really. There's deadlines. If you do anything wrong, it can suppose a lot of money. We right now, as you know, our security, fiscal and tax security, it's um, it's low because we don't really know what the government is going to do at any moment.
Yeah.
The electronic invoicing was supposed to start in January.
Another 2
We
years.
all prepare ourselves, everything. We even got el kit digital for companies in order to digitalize companies. And on the 2nd of December, 28 days before it started, they postponed it for another year.
Why do you think this is happening?
I
Is
think
that
it's political.
it's political?
I think so. Yeah, because
But is that because the people in power want to go faster and the admin and the civil
no,
service
it's
is the
because
other way around?
Junts from Catalonia,
Yeah.
they didn't want it. So I think it was political
So it couldn't have
because,
got voted through. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I cannot put my
Yeah.
both hands
Of
on it,
course not.
but
No.
I've spoken to a lot of tax inspectors and people specialized in electronic invoicing from the tax office that have been helping us because I've done a lot of digital congresses and seminars in order to form
Yeah.
our companies,
Yeah.
no? And they were not aware.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. The digital world, I mean, it's with everybody now.
Yeah.
And I'm making my decisions on who I'm contracting to run my telephones because I
Yeah.
get phone calls all the time. One day it's Movistar, then it's Yoigo, then it's somebody else, on the app that they have and the simplicity of using the app.
Yeah.
Because the Movistar one is impossible to get through. You
Yeah.
go in and then you have to put in a contraseña,
Yeah.
password and this and the other, where others are just a dream.
Yeah.
And the prices are coming down and down and down. And one week you're with this guy, and next week with this guy, and you're getting a
Better deal
yeah,
each
every
time.
time.
Yeah.
So I mean, the digital world, in a way, is helping everybody to get the prices down. I mean, we're sitting here today with Mr. Trump throwing bombs all over the place, and the price of oil going up, and everything else, following suit. I even
Yeah.
had a letter from Valeriano,
Yeah.
the local people, advising that they can't respect the prices that they've provided because their suppliers have already told them that their prices will
They are
be
gonna
going
go
up,
up.
and therefore that they're only indicative. They may have to come back and review presupuestos, performance.
No, this is gonna be.
Yeah.
We're all holding our breaths really
No.
in a way. I think tomorrow, our president is gonna do a press conference telling us which kind of aids or subsidies are going to be given. I hope that they bring down the tax on petrol immediate. I think it's instead of shouting not to word that high, what he should do is bringing down
Yeah.
the tax on petrol immediately. Because right now he's getting they're getting, all the governments are getting a lot of money out of us. We're paying the war, like always.
Yeah. But it's interesting because everyone can now refer back to COVID.
Yeah.
So in COVID, you managed to help us all.
Yeah.
And now everyone's expecting to be helped again.
Yeah.
It's there's an experience which has
Yeah.
been dramatic and a lot worse than what we have today and possibly
Yeah.
what can come. But we coped and we all got through it. No, not all of us, of course, but the economy's
Yeah.
carried on,
Yeah.
and we will carry on, I'm sure. But how?
Yeah, we have to see what happens really right now. It's not only the petrol, it's the gas.
Yeah, yeah,
I think really it's not for us to analyze politics, but if you see it from the outside, I think everybody's up as they weren't really aware of the power or that Iran had, and I think they were just waiting.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And they were more prepared than they thought, and this is going to be long, but of course it's going to affect everything. The construction materials are going to take much longer to arrive. All wholesale foods that come, because we like international food, we like our Thai, we like our Indians, we like everything. All of that is going to take much longer to arrive. Everything is going to go up. So I hope that, and we can find a solution. We can find peace at any time soon. Because if not, we're going to suffer the consequences once again, Charlie. Like always.
Always, it's the consumer gets it. In the end,
Yeah.
no? That's a shame. This podcast is I do it for the community of Sotogrande and
Yeah, I
bring
know.
interesting people to do it. So a lot of people ask me all the time about legal issues, and but what for you are the most common legal issues foreign property owners face when they come?
Yeah.
What would be the most common issues that with someone would
Non-resident tax.
non-resident?
Okay, that's probably, well, basically, I think that all countries involve tax when you purchase a property, okay? So really, you have to pay transmisiones patrimoniales, which is the buying property, apart from the register and the notary. Because, for example, in Britain, they're not used to the figure of a public notary, because normally things are done with barristers or with lawyers.
Solicitors doing it,
Okay, so maybe that's one of the issues that that it has to be explained, but it's quite direct, no?
Yeah.
What usually people don't take into account, which is good, that should be put in front of the table, is the non-resident tax on the property, okay? Because if you don't rent it, there's an assumed rentability because the owner has been using the property, okay? And if you do rent it, you have to present quarterly non-resident declarations and an annual one by the 31st of December. Okay, which basically is like a 24% of the rental minus any expenses that you would have. I think that basically that's
It's different though, isn't it? If you're non-EU, If you EU is 19%.
19 and
and the discounted expenses.
Yeah.
But if you're abroad, it's not. You can't discount your expenses. If
Yeah.
you're non-residents, 24, and you can't do
and
it.
20, I was thinking more about the British community right now.
Yeah, well, they're non after Brexit. They're not
Sorry.
part of it. What about inheritance and wills and all that? Because a lot of people ask me, or I suggest to people, because I've been here long enough, that the first thing they should do also once they buy property is have a will, a Spanish will.
A Spanish will for their Spanish assets. Okay, the good thing about Andalucia, okay, and Madrid and some of the communities or provinces in Spain is that a lot of inheritance tax has are deducted almost 99% between first in kind, like your children or your wife. Okay, that in second in kind, you also have the reductions. Okay, so the ideal thing, the first thing that you do when you buy your property in Spain is do a will for your assets in Spain, so they're taken out. Okay, and they can be if you do pass away, they can be treated within the benefits of the system in our community right now.
Right, okay.
Only for those assets, of course.
Yeah, you separate them from your other ones, particularly if you are a non-resident. If you're a resident, it might be different, of course.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see your career, and you know, one of the things that I've found as I've grown in my career is that I'm my time is impossible to manage.
Yeah, no.
You have to change from doing to managing, and managing means time management, and more dealing with individuals, which means more leadership.
Yes.
How have you done with that? How have you coped with leadership necessary, growth? Because that's something that it comes over time with experience. You can learn and read about it, but doing it is what's.
It depends a lot of the people you surround yourself with. I've been very lucky, and I think I do have a capacity of choosing when I have all my interviews that the persons or the people that have my way of thinking, and I've been really lucky. I was like my legal director Belinda, she's wonderful. My labor director Ruben, fiscal Angel, they've all been with me for more than 20 years. Um, if they had to tie their, ¿cómo se dice? Apretarse el cinturón, no? When hard times came, they've always been by my side. And so it's much easier if you're surrounded by the right people, really. The managing, as you say, is having to change your agenda every single time, because everything that you have, in a way, planned for the day, the day could finish and you probably done 1,000 more things and you've done nothing from the list. But I think that it is the people. And in tell you the truth, I've just come from a congress about artificial intelligence, and the good thing about it is that the conclusion is that the people is what's going to count. We're going to let the artificial intelligence do its work, but really what's going to come up is that we professionals are going to be the companions. We're going to be the ones we're going to have the time to do the strategic plan for our clients, and again, the personal side is gonna come up. Okay, in a way, because we're gonna let the ¿cómo se dice? AI work.
Yeah, that's very interesting because in what I do in real estate, AI is already impacting. Someone can press the Gemini or chat or whatever it is and say, who are the real estate agents I should speak with in Sotogrande to advise me on buying a house? And you've got to be there.
Of course.
If you're not there, you're not, because this is sort of after Google, before it was you type it in and you come up with something. So that is a big change. But also, you could also have a client saying, what is that particular house worth, which I've seen on this website? And it'll come up with an idea. Whereas the vendor might be saying, what is my house worth? And it come up with a different number. Because the AI works on predictions of what is seen, what is read, what is, and it comes to a point where it comes to reality. It doesn't predict the future. So my job as a real estate agent is to harmonize those two things and understand and guide them both to the reality of, that may not be the right way and that may not be the right way. This is a reality.
Of course.
And that's then personal. That's human.
That's the personal advice that I was saying. I think it's a really good sales tool that you can use. Also, in a way that you can record the whole villa, everything, and then you can publish it in all the countries in the world in their language. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
We will probably have a child speaking in Russian and Chinese, because you can do that. And in a way, AI also gets everything. You have to have the use of AI very controlled, with tools that you pay for that are in a way directed to real estate. But there's no AI that's going to do your job, Charles. That's going to come here and tell them, well, this is not the good side. The sun doesn't come out this way. You're too near the highway. What is your personal life right now? Are you going to go to school? Maybe you should be near the international school.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is your personal situation? Do you like to work? Do you like to shop? And that's going to that's not going to change, and it's going to be... va a ser un valor en alza.
Value that's
really,
growing.
that's
Exactly,
growing, yeah.
No, absolutely right. And, it's I mean, I embrace AI.
Yeah.
Even though I'm old and shouldn't be understanding it, but I force myself to read about it.
We all have to. We all have to. We're always learning.
Yeah. And in a way, I think as one gets old, one should use your head more and more, because that keeps it active. That keeps it,
Yes.
And for me, that's my challenge.
Yeah.
It's keep up with AI and see how I am. But we'll see. We'll see how I do with that. So people coming to buy property here, to live in Sotogrande, can come to your to your company, and you can assist them with not only the purchasing of a product of a company, but maybe the managing of their taxes and how they make sure they keep them straight and narrow. And that's all super helpful.
Yes. We specialize not only in personal, but also if any English company wants to buy property in Spain, or even straight in Spain, that we have a lot of British company, and we're specialized also in working with trusts that a lot of people in Spain don't understand, because that figure is not used in Spain. Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's very much a British thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much. This has been really helpful. I don't know if there's anything that you wish I'd asked you that I haven't. Perhaps there is.
Not really. I'm so grateful that you brought me here. I really like your podcast, and I think it's necessary, and it's good for people before they make a decision buying in Spain. Yeah. You give them a really good overview of what Sotogrande is, and they can count on all the personal advice that you have from people that we have been working here for many years.
Just before you go, it's some quick fire questions. These fun, I think.
Okay.
It's a bit of fun. Okay. One word that defines entrepreneurship.
Valentia. What's valentia? You're bravery. Bravery.
Okay.
It's
best advice you ever received.
Best advice, work cannot be good when you get paid to do it.
Very good. Yes. It has to be fun. Yeah.
So in a way, it's don't complain because you're being paid. So that's it.
All right. What do you most enjoy about living in Sotogrande or the Campo de Gibraltar here?
Oh, from January to July, that all this bliss is ours.
Yes.
Yes, the peace, the sun, the light, and especially the sea.
But also September and October and November.
Yeah, no, I just don't like August.
Okay.
I said from January to... Not that I don't like August, but of course August, everybody comes. And it's a good moment, not for you because a lot of your clients come in August, but for me, it's it's the time for me to go away, and for the people that are paying for all the community fees for the year, all the year to enjoy Sotogrande. Okay. I normally go to Galicia in August.
All right, it's cooler.
It's cooler, much cooler, and but especially the sea. Yeah. We live in paradise. Yeah. Every time we come back from any trip, and you see the Valle de Guadiaro when you're coming down the highway, you always think, I live in paradise.
I live in paradise. And that's a word that, on all my podcasts, is probably the one word that keeps coming up, paradise.
Yeah, paradise. We live in paradise, yeah.
Patricia, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you, Charlie, for inviting me.
There you are, everybody. Patricia Larin, who is a wonderful person, and I'm sure you enjoy or have enjoyed this podcast. I'll see you next time with somebody also as just as interesting.